Hello, and let me wish you a good year 2011, sorry. It's Christmas. I'm going to talk about something I've talked many times. In many videos, I got to talk about it again. When it comes to marketing, in a time like now, where money is getting short, has been short for a while, and where it will get more short, watch some of the other videos on what I think where the economy will be going, and trust you me, it isn't going to go any better. But let's assume I'm totally wrong, and I frankly hope I'm totally wrong with where the economy is going, since well, you know, I don't like to struggle more myself either, all right? But either way, this principle applies, and it applies more with every minute when people don't make a lot of money, and that is, the only marketing there is workable now, the only marketing you possibly will be able to do in the next 5, 6, and 10 years will be to have the community marketing for you. Something which was used 50, 60, and 100 years ago almost exclusively. It's the people who are involved in the community and do things are getting the business. Because when times get tough, you won't have the money for marketing, you just won't have it. Number one. Number two, it will not work very well because the people feel like they've been lied to and betrayed to by everybody all the time. You know, otherwise they wouldn't be in such a bad shape. They say them to themselves, and they're probably right, maybe, I don't know, whatever. Doesn't matter, that's how they feel. And they will only trust their neighbors. They'll only trust the people they know. And they will only do business with people who they know to be of good morals, of good character. When everything is shiny the way it was in the last 20 and 30 years, people went for advertising. In new products coming up, and not that there will be, you know, that there will be not new products coming up, but they went for advertising because it was all good. It was all good, money available, and marketing was the way to talk. Okay? Before that, but even during that time, let me point out, even during that time, it has been proven that companies who participate in the community, companies who give back to the community, which, look at it, Coca-Cola, IBM, Hilton Hotel, they all do. What do you think what the Special Olympics is all about? Companies, you know, putting it on. You know, what do you think about the airlines and many other companies, the movie stars from Brad Pitt and whatever it may be, all of them giving back to the community, building homes for the people in Katrina, doing this, giving money themselves and organizing other people to give money. It has been by total 1000% proven statistics that if things are relatively even slightly uneven, but relatively even, people do business with somebody who participates and gives back to the community. And when times get tougher, as they will be, even what it is now, 2008 crash, we're going to have another one like that in the next 1 or 2 years, maybe worse, because everybody is already stripped to the bare minimum, so the crash will, even if it is not worse, will look worse because there's nothing to give anymore. Houses are already underwater. People can already take loans, so imagine where it goes when it goes. But either way, you know, newspapers are talking about a jobless recovery. Well, there's no such thing as a recovery without jobs. Yeah? When people start having nothing, when people are not working, they become rather restless and rather unhappy. Okay, and it cannot be a jobless recovery. The only reason we currently have a jobless recovery is because the government gives money to the banks and to the big guys. The government buys stocks and bonds from themselves, basically. Okay? It's like you reselling your house. Currently, banks are leveraged, like JP Morgan and stuff like that. They're leveraged something like 50 times and more in certain assets, or totally. Meaning, if you would have a house for $200,000, okay, times 10, that would be 2 million, times 50, that would be 10 million. Imagine you taking a loan out for $10 million on your $200,000 house. That would be wonderful for you. Well, currently and over the last years, that is what has been going on with those banks. And the banks getting all that money from the government, not you and me. So yes, you maybe believe that it gets better, but the people will not. And let me tell you this. Your money in marketing will go nowhere and people will not believe it. They will believe somebody who participates in a community. The beauty about it is you don't need to go and pick up paper on the street and wash off graffitis and spend weekends network marketing and spend weekends with the Boy Scout kids in order to so to say participate. You don't need to do that. But you do need to be visibly doing something for the community. All right, we have great programs this year, 2010, from like Halloween on, Halloween, candy buyback, and that type of stuff, to Thanksgiving and collecting food for people and giving people special deals so that money comes in, which then goes to Food Kitchen. Same with toys. Has been our best year ever in terms of, as a group, from our clients, in terms of results they got. Of course, we have more clients than the year before, but that is not the bad. The bad is that what they do has gotten, on an average, much, much larger results than before. Why? It's natural. Times are tough for people, and they love people who do something for the community. Even if that what you, for instance, as Dr. Schmitz do is not directly affecting them, it's not their family, it's not their kids, it's not themselves. They hear about it, they see about it, and they will basically, by doing so, trust you more. Yeah? They will not trust and believe the advertising guy alone, never mind that you won't have money to advertise very soon, because it's already short. You know, the amount of doctors who are already struggling like crazy is unbelievable. And do you think that the Obamacare is going to help you making more money? Well, you answer that. Ladies and gentlemen, go back to what worked 60 and 100 years ago in marketing, and it is easy to do. And let me tell you this, I think it's your only chance. No, it's not just a thing to do to try. No. I'm telling you, it's your only chance. Don't come crying to me when you didn't do it, and when you're literally dead and basically go too late to the doctor. Okay. Now the other thing you of course must do is the internet marketing, and internet marketing has, as I have pointed out in other videos, and you better watch those other videos, nothing to do with having a great, good website, even if the great, good website is optimized. No. Internet marketing has to do with referrals, just the way your referral business, or the way I'm talking about this jolly good fellow being part of the community. Again, you need to be referred by other websites to other websites, and people need to see you 10, 20,000 times on different websites in your area. That's the only way to go. Yes, you need to be on 10 to 20,000 other websites. That's the only way that will work. And again, that doesn't take, it's all very doable. But no matter how difficult it is, it's like with getting, when you're ill. If you have cancer, you need to do what you need to do to get well. If you have a bunion, you need to do what you do to get well. Otherwise, you just keep vegetating away and things get worse. If you have a periodontal disease and you don't want to fix it, well, your liver gets affected, your kidney gets affected, your immune system goes down. If you're a pregnant woman, you probably have a premature baby, or you know, underweight. Babies even have been born stillborn. You can get a stroke, you can get a heart attack. Never mind that you look ugly and smell ugly. Okay, but people don't quite often want to do it, and you as a doctor shake the head. Yeah, well, me as a doctor of business do sometimes shake my head about what you doctors do, or let me put it this way, what you don't do. All in the name of I'm not so sure. Yeah, you might not be sure because you haven't done it. You haven't learned it. You haven't studied it. You haven't engaged in it. But one thing you're very sure of, I guarantee you, you don't know how to create new patients. You don't know how to stop the downfall of money coming in. And even if the money stays the same, you know you're spending more for equipment, for staff, for computers, for software, and all kinds of other things. Taxes, and you know you're spending more for milk and raising the kids, sending them to college. And even so, even if you do make the same amount of money, you're losing on a daily basis. And Mr. Einstein very clearly said, if you continue doing what you do and expect a different result, that's called insanity. So don't do it. You have no choice but making truckloads of more money. That can be only done by getting a lot more new patients, which is easier in tough times than in good times, because in tough times the competition doesn't do the right thing. They put their head in the sand, they don't market. They don't show up to the game, thus they lose. Thus you, if you do something, you will do more. And as I said, if you go back 60 to 70 years how marketing was done, which is, making inroads in the community, real inroads. Literally, it's nothing else but the way you learned 20 years ago or have done 20 years ago when you started practice, the referral business, which is not anymore what it is today, but it can be rehabilitated what it is was and can be made much better. Basically, patients, people who are not your patients, who have never been your patients, who maybe never will be your patients, could and should refer you. That can be done. In the old days it was done, but you can only do it by embracing the community and doing things with them and for them, things which have little or nothing to do with dentistry, by the way. All right, ladies and gentlemen, just go for it. Let's have a good 2010. It is possible, and that's all there is to it. It really, really is possible, okay? And it's not that hard, and no matter how little money you have, the most money you lose is not the money you waste, but the money you never make, okay? And yes, it's almost impossible, it's literally impossible to be that poor, even if you're behind bills already, even if the credit guys knocking on your door already. The truth is you can squeeze out the tiny little money it takes to do what I'm saying. To do what I'm saying in the internet strategy and in the community strategy literally takes not much more money than a normal good search engine optimization guy will actually charge you for one lousy website. Okay? I'm telling you. Okay? Anyway, when you're having cancer, you got to put it all on the line. And right now, most of you doctors out there are pretty sick when it comes to business. Okay? And you better start working on preventing something worse. However, not only on preventing something worse, but on getting better. And what about if the economy doesn't get worse? Well, you still have an advantage then. You still have an advantage. Look at the sports people who train much harder, under much harder condition than the actual game is. They go up in the mountains and train at high mountains, or they run in the water so that when they run in normal conditions, to them it feels easier. A boxer, he doesn't do 15 rounds, he does 30 rounds, so that the 15 rounds is nothing for him. That is how you need to train. So at the very worst, if you prepare for this really bad and go, wow, if the really bad economy doesn't happen, either way you're succeeding. And if it does happen, you're also succeeding. Success is created by you. Okay? Success is not luck. Okay? Alright? Of course, if you ask a failure, then they will tell you success is luck. Don't do that. Bye-bye.